It's June 30th, 2013, in the afternoon, headed home after work. And this is a commentary about the group American Atheists. Now, in the past, my main exposure to American Atheists was when one of their leaders happened to go on Fox News. And when people go on Fox News, they're essentially props. And they probably understood that. Maybe they thought they could help get some educational points across. But more recently, they apparently are going to have their next convention in Salt Lake City. And that's fine, I guess. But the thing about it is, I mean, they're out of New Jersey, and they may have in the past had some sort of a split with a group in Texas, and the atheist community of Austin may have been a split offshoot, and maybe they moved to another place. But anyway, specifically with regard to American Atheists, they have an online presence on Facebook, and on Facebook they allow posts by others. And but if you make a post on there where you give a link to another site, like let's say your blog or a video that you made or some other interesting thing, they'll then accuse you of something called self-promotion. And then they'll say, oh, we don't allow self-promotion. And so I experienced that, having one of my links censored and another one put that comment on, say they don't allow self-promotion. And when I think about that, what if you're a person who left a religion, what's the thing that you hopefully should be for? One of the things is science, and the process of science involves having an open discussion about things. Okay, and people sharing ideas. And on Facebook, if you allow posts by others, one of those things you can have is links as part of your post. So I have to ask myself, and also you have to consider that Facebook is kind of the replacement for the computer bulletin boards of the old days. So I have to ask myself, as I'm operating around on Facebook, posting thoughts and comments, when and if I'm on the American Atheist site, they allow posts by others, or even if they allow comments, and yet they don't allow links. Should I be required to engage in self-policing just for the privilege of posting on their little page? I don't think so. And seems to me their main focus is suing people who have Ten Commandments monuments on the lawns of Capitol buildings and city halls, and having their leadership speak on Fox News, and trying to pretend like they are the atheist group, and sort of like the only valid method of thought if you become an atheist is maybe the ultra-conservative view. For example, on their Facebook page they have a gay flag, and it says, "I'm an atheist and I fight for equality." And then the gay flag is there. And I mean, I have various different thoughts on the whole gay thing, but I think it's a valid question about whether I think it's a valid question about whether gay marriage should be 100% legal, or is there a middle ground we can find? Anyway, so just because I say that, that means that I can be immediately demonized by the ultra-lefties, even though I don't agree with all of what's on the ultra-right either, you know? I'm more of a moderate, socially, okay? Homosexuality may be natural, but there's a whole bunch of other human behaviors that could be natural on the bell curve of human activities, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's necessarily, you know, a good thing to encourage, you know, that all things are not necessarily equal. So, for example, if you're married and you find out, oh, I also like men sexually, well, that doesn't mean, well, hey, you should just jump ship on your marriage and cheat on your wife. No, I don't think so. If you like your wife at all and you like vaginas at all, you shouldn't just go ahead and cheat on your wife just because you find out, oh, yeah, maybe I'm gay also, or maybe I'm, you know, maybe I like men also. Maybe I'm bisexual or whatever. I think those terms are kind of bogus also. It's all, human sexuality is kind of a gradation, and so we can all admit that there are certain types of admittedly built-in forms of human sexuality that would nevertheless cause people to be put in jail. And so there are certain types of human behavior that we do lock people up for, even if it is quote-unquote natural, you know. And I'm not saying that we should lock up homosexuals or kill them like they want to do in Uganda, but I am saying that not everything is equal, and that when you have an inherently non-reproductive form of sex, you know, then maybe that's something you have to kind of deal with. You know, if you're a homosexual couple, maybe you should adopt a kid, or maybe that should be a requirement as far as gay marriage goes. You know, in the more conservative states, they could add that as a requirement. Okay, if you're going to get married as a gay couple, then you have to adopt a kid. Okay, how about that? What do you think of that? So anyway, these are just, you know, some of the thoughts I have. And so having this gay flag gay flag, oh, that was an ambulance going by, having the gay flag on their Facebook page is, you know, okay, it shows that they're maybe more aligned with what's called atheism plus. And you can Google for that. Atheism plus, although maybe atheism plus is more like atheism minus, or atheism triple minus. And so, anyway, so back to their Facebook thing. Yeah, they don't really seem interested in an open discussion or having a crucible of that allows for all views to be expressed and debate to happen, and not just the assumption that, oh, let's just make the assumption that when a person becomes an atheist, they are automatically going to be an ultra-lefty. I don't think so. Yeah. So anyway, so they aren't interested in a debate, and so I've disassociated myself from their page to some extent. I'm only going to participate on pages that, you know, don't require that I engage in self-censorship. Okay. So, and for the future, yeah, so what if they have an atheist convention in Salt Lake? You know, what's going to happen the year after? They won't be here, and maybe they'll cause the membership to grow in kind of the more popular atheist group here, but that's okay, I guess. But then again, maybe they'll cause some people to join other groups that are a little bit more open-ended and more willing to inquire and question the dogmas on all sides, the dogmas on the right and the dogmas on the left. Okay? And anyway, so I'm just saying, be careful of people who want to control you after you leave a religion. The ex-Mormons want to do it. Some of the atheists do. The atheist plus people do. What the hell? Can we? It's you know, it's nice to be able to step above the fray. Take a step back. Take a step back from your religion. Take a step back from your political views. Take a step back from everything, and let's examine. Okay, what do we think about that? And what do we think about this? And maybe that idea is good, and maybe this idea is good, and let's try that out, and so maybe some of the things the conservatives say are interesting and useful, and some of the things the liberals say is interesting and useful, and they're not necessarily mutually exclusive, and yeah. So anyway, so that's that. Okay. Have fun.